how do you define a great level of faith in the room? Like as a preacher or as a senior pastor, for you both, what what do you sense or what are you feeling? What are you looking for in a Sunday service? And then what pastoral encouragement would you have to good lifers listening to this to be able to bring a spirit of faith or lift that atmosphere of faith?
Mm. Do you want to go first, Dave, and I'll bounce off?
Yeah, look, Jack, I think, I mean, there's certain probably cultural responses that are indicative of faith in the room. Um, and I think you've got to separate the deal between soulish and from the spirit. And so, I mean, you can have hype. And the problem is, those that don't enjoy hype sometimes then forget the enthusiasm, the God, the Zoe life, the God within that expression. And there's so many expressions in the Psalms and all the way through the scriptures about people that were filled with faith and had a response where it actually became demonstrative. And so it's overcoming um, the sometimes people aren't comfortable with hype, so therefore they throw the baby out with the bathwater. But also, by the same token, some people are very comfortable with hype, and therefore we think that's high faith, and it's not. I think it's actually there's a faith response, which is faith without works is dead. And so it's looking in a room like, I mean, I could tell even in a room, I preach in a lot of different rooms, I can sense people are leaning in. There's almost a posture, there's almost a non-verbal, because faith without works is dead. I think if there's a room that's used to giving an amen and encouragement, it's going to be a few of those. But you're looking for an amen. You're looking for people to clap. You're looking for people to respond. You're looking for people to take notes. You're looking for, and I think at Good Life, I do like a verbally responsive congregation. I think there's a level of health that way. But I am looking for more certainly I'm looking for engaged and responsive in life. I want people to actually put it into practice within life. What I don't want is high amens but no action tomorrow. But I think you can tell when it comes to praise and worship. Are people into it? Are they spectators? And so I think that plays out in a lot of different ways. But you can certainly sense when people are leaning in, which is verbal and it's physical. But you can tell that in a high demonstrative cultured room and a low demonstrative cultured room. I don't know. So it's sometimes hard to track, but it's not hype. But I would say to people that don't like hype, make sure that you're still able to do those demonstrative lean in kind of moments. Rebecca?